Don't ask me what I'm here for. I'm 38 on a dating app where I literally think hell is more fun than being on a dating app at Friday night scrolling through all the ick people. If I want a one night stand, dude, I can go. First of all, I've had a million of them. I don't need another one night stand. I don't need
a million.
I've had a lot. I don't need to add another one night stand to my belt.
1,000,001 tonight.
Don't ask me a stupid question. Like right there to me, you're stupid. What do you want me to say? I'm looking for my husband to the guy who I've never met and who just wrote one answer to me. Like that's also a cop out because he'd be like, oh, this bitch is crazy. And then you go on a date and you end up dating them and then you want things to be serious and they're like, oh, you never said that when I, slid into your DMs or whatever. Don't ask me what I'm here for.
She's sitting there and wondering why men don't take women seriously for relationships, while also confessing she's had 1 million one-night stands. Why can't women ever connect the dots? Men don't want ran through 304s for relationships. That's why men don't take you seriously for relationships. She is the one who is the ick in men's eyes.
She's a whore.
If you're asking women what do they bring to the table, then it shows that you do not understand feminine energy. Because the potency and the power of feminine energy is that it's not something tangible. It's something that you experience. It's a feeling. When you've asked this woman out on this date, she doesn't need to bring you something tangible. She doesn't need to bring you money. She doesn't need to bring you a gift. Because her radiance, her feminine energy is the gift.
One time I went on a date with a guy that I ate like a dish of pasta and I couldn't stop farting all night, and I was with him the whole night. I was just crop dusting everywhere. Oh, oopsies.
She says, feminine energy is the gift, that it's something you experience, not something you measure. But that's the modern illusion, mistaking presence for value. Once upon a time, feminine energy wasn't just a vibe, it was expressed through care, grace, and loyalty. It built families, it created peace. Now, it's marketed like perfume, beautiful, but evaporating on contact. Because energy without effort means nothing. You can't build a relationship on radiance, you build it on reciprocity. A man doesn't ask what do you bring to audit your worth. He asks to understand if your energy nourishes as much as it receives. Real femininity doesn't demand to be worshipped, it chooses to contribute. And it certainly doesn't consist of a woman producing smelly farts all night long, stinking up the place wherever she goes.
Nasty bitch.
This is what men are getting wrong about women when it comes to dating. The focus is so much on attraction. You're not a creep if you're attractive. I'm single because all women care about are looks. I can literally tell you right now, as a woman who has dated and coaches women, they care about emotional intelligence. Yes, attraction plays somewhat into it. But if you have a good personality, emotional intelligence, that trumps everything. Guys who get it will get it.
She says, women care more about emotional intelligence than looks. But let's be honest, women say that after they've already chosen who they're attracted to. Women don't date based on empathy, they date based on interest. The guy they actually want could steal their bank card and she'll call it mysterious. The guy she doesn't want could write poetry, volunteer at shelters, and listen with full presence, and he's still just a friend. This isn't about emotional intelligence, it's about who makes her feel something. Women only value emotional intelligence in the men they already desire. If she's not attracted, it's boring, too nice, or no spark. If she is attracted, suddenly it's depth, connection, and real potential. So when she says men focus too much on attraction, what she really means is, I want the men I already like to also be emotionally available.
Fat chance of that.
Here in the West, I'm in Sweden right now. I don't fucking feel like a woman. I don't know how to explain this feeling to you guys, but I literally don't feel like a woman here. What the fuck is wrong with the men here? Why do they have no desire? Why do they not know how to appreciate a good-looking woman? Where did your manhood go?
She says, what's wrong with the men here? Why don't they appreciate a good-looking woman? Where did their manhood go? But here's what she's not considering. She's not in her home dating market anymore. She's in a different country with different standards of beauty, different preferences, and different competition. Back home, she was used to getting attention. Now she's somewhere new, where the men don't chase her and suddenly it's their manhood that's the problem. The men haven't changed, the market changed. When she was in a place where her look was the local ideal, she had leverage. Now she's in a culture where she's not the default choice. She gets nothing. Men are allowed to have preferences. And when those preferences don't include her, it doesn't mean they're weak. It simply means she's busted meat. She isn't being rejected because men have no desire. She's being rejected because she's a 3 out of 10. And that's the part she can't accept.
Facts.
The difference in men and women's reactions when you say that women's prime is the 30s is something so fascinating to me. I recently had a video that became a little bit more popular. I was saying how I think women's prime is the 30s. And let's just say the reactions were very different. A lot of women are encouraging, either excited to get in the 30s, or women who are in the 30s saying it's true that the 30s are the prime, or even women in their 40s saying 40s are the prime. So it's a lot of excitement about aging, hyping each other up. And then you get men's reactions, and it is just so wildly different. It's this entitlement that, first of all, this is a conversation that includes them, even though no one's talking about them. Second of all, they love to disagree with you. They're now going to agree with it. And third of all, it's a lot of men are idolizing youth. A lot of them are outing themselves as weirdos who are attracted only to the super young women. Somebody even said women's prime is 16, between 16 and 19. You're just being a lot of them are getting angry, saying that women are deluding themselves. And I don't know if it's jealousy, because women actually are starting to realize that we don't expire at 30 and we actually do age a lot better nowadays. I don't know if they're jealous because they're not aging as well, or obsession with saying that the woman's worth directly correlates to how a man sees her, and women are actually taking ownership and power of themselves. It's just rubbing them the wrong way. It's like they think that women need to tie their confidence and their self-worth directly to what a man thinks of them, and when we don't, it just really angers them. If you're a man watching this, just honestly tell me, why do men react this way? And I'd love to hear women's thoughts and say, have you experienced this as well? Let me know in the comments.
She says women cheering 30 is the prime is empowerment, and men disagreeing is entitlement. But here's what's actually happening. Women are defining prime based on how they feel about themselves. Men define prime based on who they are attracted to. A woman in her 30s might feel more confident, stable, experienced, grounded, and that can feel like her personal prime. But men don't choose partners based on confidence and self-love. We choose based on fertility, youthfulness, softness, and future family building potential. So when she says, men get angry when we say we're still in our prime, what she's seeing isn't anger. It's just men saying, your internal prime and your dating market prime are not the same thing. Women hype each other up because it feels good, but men speak from the reality of preference and mate selection. Her dating prime is determined by the people she wants to date, not by her friends in the comment section.
When will they ever learn?
Real men of genius.